Hello and happy Tuesday from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. I got my UIW shirt on early because I have the pleasure and the honor later today. I'm talking to a sports management class at my graduate alma mater, UIW. And here's what's even better. This class is taught by one of my former football players at St. Anthony, Blair Soule, who also is now an assistant track coach at UIW. So proud of you. And sports management, today's a good day to be talking about that. Do you realize that Jalen Hurts' entire management team is made up of women? And I'd say they did a hell of a job, wouldn't you? 3 years ago, I would have bet $255 million of my own money that Jalen Hurts, BB looking at me like, what's wrong with you? That Jalen Hurts.
Where's that money?
Would never be the highest paid player in NFL history. And look what happened. This is such a great story, and I have so much respect for him. You know, he was a wonderful high school player in Houston, regarded as a fierce competitor and a wonderful leader. I loved him at both Alabama and Oklahoma. But to be honest, I did not think he would be a regular starting quarterback in the NFL. I knew he'd make a living, but I thought it'd be in stuff like wildcat packages, cut down short yardage packages, that kind of thing. And here's the reason I thought that. 3 years ago, Jalen Hurts could not throw the football like an NFL quarterback. And here's the deal. Yeah, I know the game has changed and will continue to evolve. But bottom line, if you can't throw the football as an NFL quarterback, then whatever else you can do is completely irrelevant. And here's the amazing thing. You never see a bad passer develop into a good passer. To a large extent, passing skills fall under the heading of you either got them or you ain't. And look what that young man did. And look at the show that he put on in Super Bowl 57. We lose sight of that only because his team lost the game, but he was absolutely magnificent. I say I didn't project him as a starting quarterback necessarily. Really, neither did the Eagles. Remember when they drafted him, it was to back up, wait for this, Carson Wentz. Unbelievable, but I'm so happy for him. And here's what's going to happen. This will wind up being a bargain for the Eagles, because look what's going to happen now with the contracts of the likes of Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. This is truly groundbreaking. We were talking about that other quarterback in Super Bowl 57. You know, the winning quarterback. He is grossly underpaid by current standards, and the Chiefs will make good on that. And I was not the least bit surprised yesterday to hear Mahomes say that high ankle sprain that plagued him throughout the playoffs is still bothering him. Doesn't surprise me at all, because I'll promise you 30 years from now, he will still be feeling that, especially on rainy days. And this was nice, though. It was good to see Matthew Stafford smile at a Rams news conference yesterday. I don't think I saw him smile one time last year as he was trying to battle through that elbow injury and also kind of get over that Super Bowl hangover, if you will, and all the pressure that provides. But it was good. It was really, really good to see him smile. Are you certain what the Texans are going to do with that second overall pick in the draft? I'm not certain at all. And I don't think that their general manager, Nick Caserio, is certain at this point either. Even as he had to spend a lot of his Monday, saying that he's not going to leave after the draft and return to the Patriots from whence he came, because there are rumors out there. I do have one piece of advice for Draymond Green. Never compress another human being's chest unless you are administering CPR. Disgraceful. Okay, there is only one news story this morning that is standing between me and utter despair. And that is the fact that Fox Spews is about to get its ass kicked starting this morning. The rest, as Robert Lamb once wrote, too tragic to be true. The slaughter at an Alabama Sweet 16 party, a Kansas City teenager is lucky to be alive after making a perfectly innocent mistake that threatened exactly no one except a freaked out old white man who was completely thrown off by the presence of a black person, and there is no other way to interpret that. Don't even start. And this is the thing about the people that do this. They always want to portray themselves as rugged individualists. And they have panophobia. They're afraid of everything. They're afraid of everything. And there was an incident involving police in Akron where apparently 45 shots weren't enough. They had to resort to 46. And stop me if you heard this. You hear about the 65-year-old man in rural upstate New York? He's out on his porch. A vehicle approaches, and it's 3 visitors from another area, driver and 2 passengers. They mistakenly turn into the gentleman's long driveway. They immediately realize their mistake. They turn the car around and they're headed out when Gramps grabs his gun on the porch and kills the driver. There was no interaction between the shooter and anybody in that car, and this posed no threat. The shooter's been charged with second-degree murder and reportedly has been completely uncooperative with police. So there's the GOP playing Russian roulette with the national and global economy, playing Russian roulette on this debt ceiling thing. Please stop it and get it done. And McCarthy, please get your organ grinder monkeys under control. George Santos is running for re-election. Yeah, pretty depressed about that. Kind of makes me want to holler, throw up both my hands. And finally, consider this. It's World Holocaust Remembrance Day. But sadly, a lot of people aren't going to remember. And even more sadly, a lot of people are going to deny that it ever happened. A lot of people are going to deny that there were 6 million people killed. And that bullshit right there is why we do Radically Rational. Have a good Tuesday.